participation in ministry, trying to advocate for more inclusive roles within church for women. The discussion is ongoing among Christian denominations and scholars with diverse interpretations due to women's roles and participation in church life. So, extreme forms of Christianity, like Southern Baptist, fundamentalism, Calvinism, interpret that women should be silent and in submission to men, while more open Lutheran, Methodist, and Episcopalian, not mainstream, but I would say the majority view women as more of a broader spectrum of leadership and participation in church. Why do some churches view women as second class or having to be in submission to men? I think it's because their point of view assists and keeps their white hetero privilege, specifically for men, intact. If they were to give women partial or complete access to positions of power, they would find themselves, the men, having less influence and power. I'm not going to say every single time it's because of narcissism or some misguided attempt at keeping women under subjugation. I think men who believe that women should not hold positions of senior authority genuinely believe that's what the Bible means. They don't treat women as less than because they believe they're less than. They're just believing the roles they've been taught since birth or since they started going to church. There are some people who knowingly keep women secondary to hold on to their own influence. But the majority of people that go to churches that deny women's authority to teach are trying to uphold white privilege without realizing the implications. And never having seen a positive female role or even representation in church can be extremely damaging to women. When men make the decisions and women have limited to no interaction to change, assist, or control these changes, women are usually at the mercy of white heterosexual men. I'm not saying every church has toxic dynamics. I do believe there are churches out there that don't have an existing toxic leadership. But as long as you teach the Bible, which is extremely sexist, and it usually leans toward women should be silent, you are creating an environment of possible toxicity. Whether or not that becomes reality is usually up to the people in positions of authority. And as long as we view women as insufferable people to listen to in church, we will never see people as equal. Because you can't honestly, with integrity, say that men and women in church are equal and equal before God if you view women as inferior, where they can't lead, they can't govern, they can't preach, and you believe women should be